Welcome everybody, another episode, Late Night News with Gokhshtein Media. I am Alex, aka Crypto Camel. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Tonight we are going to be doing some late night news, just talking about the trending topics and what is going on. So guys, welcome again. We're gonna roll the intro. We're gonna jump right into it. So guys, the market is rallying. The market's looking clean right now. Coin market cap, we had a small pump. Really what's dominating right now is Ethereum. People are talking about Ethereum. I just came back from Blockchain Futurist Conference. We were there with Carlos, Akil, and Ross. So guys, if we saw you there, shout out to you guys. It was an excellent event. Very exciting. And day two was really the biggest excitement really around Vitalik. He was talking about the merge. He was talking about really exciting stuff. So you guys can check that out over on our Twitter. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, guys. We're gonna bring up some topics around what is going on with coin market cap and everything. Let's share my screen over here. So let's hop over to CoinMarketCap. So CoinMarketCap down a little bit from the morning, 1.14 trillion. Really some crazy stuff though. If we take a look, so if we take a look, 7-day Celsius sell token was pumping heavily, and that had to do with what was going on with like XRP Ripple. They were talking about wanting to buy some of their assets, so some big pump. It's good to see though some pump action going on. We can see a lot of other ones also Anchor, Near Protocol, Zcash. So shout out Zcash, some privacy coin action. Nexo also. So it was interesting to see Celsius. I mean, if you guys have been, not financial advice, but if you guys were taking advantage of that, a shout out to you. Some big gains there to be made. Let's talk about some of the action with BlackRock and Bitcoin Trust. So let's just make sure we're good here. So BlackRock. So BlackRock getting involved with crypto, and the world's largest asset manager has launched BlackRock Bitcoin Private Trust. So according to a Thursday blog post, the Spot Bitcoin Private Trust, available to US institutional clients, seeks to track the performance of BTC, less expenses and liabilities of the trust. So I think this is great. I like it when big players come into crypto. Now, of course, we always got to take it with a grain of salt. We got to be careful. But again, I like it when big guys come in. It just further legitimizes the space. It further enhances that and just makes the mainstream come in. Do we have to be careful? Yes, we got to be careful, but I think it's always going to help in the long run in regards to crypto adoption. Let's hop over to Taiwan. So, of course, if you guys are familiar with IPFS, IPFS helps a lot with decentralization. And as tensions are heating up with China, of course, Taipei officials leverage decentralized publishing and storage to stay online. This is coming to us from Decrypt. So, of course, as the tension has been increasing, of course, this is going to make decentralization even more important. So, looking to boost its cybersecurity defenses against cyber attacks from China and other adversaries, Taiwan's Ministry of Digital Affairs has adopted IPFS technology. And if you guys are familiar with like Ethereum name service or Handshake, of course, very like immutable, invincible, great for making decentralized websites. Because as we know, when you guys get a .com or a .ca, you're pretty much leasing that. And IPFS comes in to also incorporate elements of decentralization and making sure that you're hosting stuff decentralized. So this is really great that they are incorporating more of IPFS and further puts a spotlight on the importance of decentralization. So, of course, we know US, I believe it was Nancy Pelosi who did the travel. So, big shout out, of course, hater or lover with the tensions. It's crazy that still went and visited. So I think this is good. Further putting a spotlight on IPFS. Let's talk about the Ethereum merge. So this is really killing it online. The Ethereum merge. and it may be coming sooner than expected. So the Ethereum merge is now expected to take place September 15th or 16th, according to a call today among Ethereum developers. And so it might be sooner, it might be later. And we're going to keep our eye on that because, of course, it's dynamic. It could be sooner depending on the difficulty, people mining, hash rate. Let's take a look further down here. Ethereum mainnet merge has been tentatively scheduled for around September 15th and 16th. So merge is coming. Of course, it could be sooner, could be later. I'm really excited about this. And of course, is this going to be like a, you know, buy the news, sell the rumor event? We're going to have to wait and see. We saw that with Cardano. We saw where Cardano, and of course, a little bit different, but when Cardano launched smart contracts, popped up to like almost $4 Canadian, and then we see where it is right now. So a lot of people play devil's advocate where they say that it's like pumping because of the delay. So it's almost like a contrarian thought. So keep that, take that with a grain of salt. I think we might have had someone jump in here. Let's take a look. Akil Patterson. Shout out to Akil. Akil, legend. These guys smashed out tons of interviews when we were down at the Pulse and Pier Rebel nightclub for Blockchain Futurist Conference. It was incredible, guys. Like, I gotta say, like, just keeping it real with you guys, I gotta say that the event, at first, my expectations were really low, but the event was incredible. Met a lot of great people. Um, Shout out to TJ. TJ was an incredible guy, and a lot of great interviews that you guys are going to see also that we did. So, keep your eyes peeled for other events and giveaways that we're doing because I'm really excited for that. Let's jump into the Coinbase stuff. So Ethereum's really dominating. I didn't want to touch base too much on like XRP and whatnot because it's good to see green. It's good to see people rallying around this news around Ethereum. Coinbase outlook negative. So Coinbase, a lot of controversy, and this agency S&P Global has dropped the crypto exchanges giant's rating to BB from BB plus. So citing quote unquote weak earnings and increasing competition. So if you guys are using Coinbase or if you're buying coin, just something to keep in mind. This is kind of like take it with a grain of salt. I think the competitive risk has intensified, but it is what it is. Competition. It's good to have competition, and we're gonna keep our eye on this. Of course, the Coinbase shares, the Coinbase like price for the stock, if you will, has come down, but I think Coinbase is going to be in this for the long run, for the long haul. I don't think that they're going to phase away. I think they're going to stay in here. I think they're going to be in the industry, and it's going to be good to have competition. Let's talk about something that caught my eye, and we're going to wrap up with this with some final thoughts on the coin market cap. That there was a power outage in Toronto. Of course, Toronto being the major city was just in there recently for Blockchain Futurist Conference. Power was restored, and this hit, a financial district, and this is really crucial because if it's hitting a financial district, this could be causing a lot of issues in terms of like, well, what about people that mine? What about people that depend on the power grid? And so this is something that we're gonna have to keep in mind moving forward. A lot of people made a meme out of it, like proof of arrest, proof of this, proof of that. That if we depend on the electricity of the government and we're not self-sufficient, what sort of repercussions is that going to have for miners, right? We say decentralization, but if people control the power grid, if people control internet, what sort of nuance is that going to have when we move forward? So about 10,000 customers were affected in Canada's largest city, Toronto. So shout out Toronto, the concrete jungle. Let's pop back here. So guys, that's crazy. Like the power outages, apparently like in places like in South Africa and whatnot, other places, let me know. That's kind of common to have really big power outages. So, that's something that we got to take, we've got to be grateful for to have power, to have consistent power. But also we should keep in mind that if things like, I'm just speculating, but if things like coordinated attacks power outages on financial districts, that's really going to affect us. And we got to really keep that top of mind in terms of like decentralized storage and things like that with IPFS, but then also things like power outages and things that might affect miners. Looks like we got Akil popping in here. Let's bring in Akil here. How's it going, Akil?
What's going on, Alex? My apologies for being late. I
Hey, it's all
just got
good. It's
off
all
the
good.
plane. I just got off the
How was
plane, man.
that?
Let me tell you about customs, okay? Let me tell you about customs, okay? In Canada, apparently, they don't like to give me my laptop. They got my laptop. They got my laptop stuck in customs. I don't have anything on
Oh
it. It
man.
literally has nothing on it. So it, it's my own fault. It's not actually stuck in customs. I left it at the customs desk when I was
Hey man,
going
we make
through.
mistakes, you know?
And
Happen for a
so,
reason.
yeah, so now, but it was crazy because, I guess, my mind was, I had to get up at like 3 in the morning to catch a flight to come all the way back to the West Coast where it is now, 7:20 p.m. Um, so yeah, what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
so a quick recap. We're just doing it off the dome, playing it by ear. So, the Celsius token was rallying big. Like it's like past something like $2 last I checked. It's pumping. $2.40. Of course, yesterday Ripple Labs was talking about like buying some of their assets. And uh
Why? Why
yeah,
is Celsius pumping? Listen, folks, I'm
you
sorry.
know,
Look, I
it's
love
funny.
people.
It's funny.
I love
It's funny.
people. I really do. I love you all. Um, I love you all. But is Celsius? Are people in Celsius like crazy? Because are you using? They're going through bankruptcy proceedings right now, folks. So everything that you put in, somebody is now using you as exit liquidity.
Yep. The greater fool
So
fallacy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like the Terra Luna situation all over again. It's like, oh, I'm gonna buy in at a penny, and it just kept going and going and going. It was like a nosedive, and if you've never taken a nosedive, trust me, it does not feel good in a helicopter. Shout outs to Blockchain Futures Conference for having those helicopter rides available. It was so cool. I don't want to be I got worried because Kobe Bryant, Kobe was in a helicopter and they're like, oh yeah, just get on the helicopter. I was like, yeah. Anyway, long story short, please stop putting your money into things that potentially will end up in legal battles. So that's my statement for the Celsius folks is please stop putting your money into things that will end up in a legal battle. You could make money, yes, but most likely somebody is using you for exit liquidity. Because we all use David Gokhshtein as exit liquidity.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you're right. It definitely has like Luna vibes to it. It definitely is reminiscent to that. And, I gotta advise people be careful. Like, if you're gonna speculate on like companies that have fallen that might rise again, just like, consider the blue chips, consider something, there's a vast variety. Now, if you're playing with money you can lose, hey, all the power to you. Not financial advice. If you're gonna go in there and play with fire, you know, but just know that that could just be swiped right from you if you're catching a fallen dagger or you're playing some sort of, casino royale. Then that's your prerogative. But
Well,
and the right now pumping right now in the market is really just the Ethereum merge, anticipation for the merge, just kind of a month away. And talked about that, and Taiwan turning to a lot of decentralized storage and decentralized
mhm.
options to kind of shirk away from China and what China's been doing. Um, and then just talking about kind of power outages that's been happening in Toronto, targeting financial districts that miners and financial institutions want to be careful of if we have these like surprise power outages. And
Well, at least we're not. At least
yeah,
we're not Texas. Texas has surprise outages all the time.
yeah. Well, Texas has like surprise mass humidity and 50 degrees Celsius, and yeah, we don't we don't need to go there. I got
Listen.
that
I
nice
am so
surprise.
grateful to be back on the West Coast. I got off the plane and there was no humidity. Like look at this hair. His
Yeah,
hair is
yeah.
just
I
it's
envy
flowing
that.
flawlessly,
I thought
especially
I
the
would be fine in
mustache.
Texas. Yeah, the classic mustache. It's fine. It's better in person. I can tell you that.
Oh
The
yeah.
the humidity in Texas. I thought I was okay with Canadian humidity, but no, Texas gave me a slap in the face. That's for sure.
Uh, well, on a good note, you don't have to worry about being in Texas at least for a few more months.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, does it snow there even? Probably not. No, they never will get.
Oh
Was
no,
there
it
snow at
snows
one point?
occasionally in Texas. They lose their mind
Really?
though. They lose their mind. Like if it occasionally, like it's like a dusting on the ground, and then it's like, no, we
That's
forgot how to
funny.
drive. So that is Texas for you.
The
Any
the
other news?
last
Any other
thing
news out there?
the last thing I'm gonna show is the James Bond that happened was just finding Vitalik after his speech. Shout out to TJ, Board Ape holder, and yeah, just like finding him, running to him. So hey, Gokhshtein Media, we'll sprint, we'll run, we'll pull some James Bond tactics if we gotta find Vitalik Buterin and get yelled at by his mom, and just keeping it simple, showing our appreciation to him. So hey,
Uh,
he laid some eyes on the Gokhshtein merch, so and
you know
he
what
was happy about it.
so this is why, so anyone who doesn't know, so we were at Blockchain Futures Conference. Vitalik walks in wearing that hat. The
Yeah,
only people who notice him are me and the security guard. That's it. The guy walked apparently like 3 kilometers to get there that day, and he literally
yep,
walked in saying, nah, I walked. Like just totally
yeah,
nonchalant, said, no, I walked. And the guy and me, like, but I was doing another interview at the time. And so I'm trying to push the interview out. Like you can see my eyes going, oh man, I'm stuck with this dude. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
I want out. I want out. Alt F4. I want to get out of this. Yeah, I didn't even
Move,
notice.
get the
No one
fuck out of my
noticed.
way is what I wanted to say. But instead I
Yeah,
said no. But then I went in the back room. I asked him very kindly about it. He said maybe. And then his mother came and his mother told everybody no. So Vitalik, thank you very much for at least hearing me out. And we
yeah, yeah.
appreciate you being there. And listen, though, regardless of what you think, he did drop alpha. And I was on the phone with another one of our friends, and a person who is helping out G Media with some interviews. And they said, "Did you see? Did you hear what Vitalik said?" And I said, well, of course I heard what he said. I was there. And they said, no, 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 no. Did you hear? It's going to happen. ETH 2.0 is going to happen. And he's on the
Oh
phone
my
whispering to me. And
goodness.
I'm like, it's only me on the phone with you. And he goes, no, 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 no. It's going to happen. And he's getting excited. And he starts talking about, he goes, listen, it's proof of stake. There's no more proof of work. The
You don't
miners are going to hate
say.
it.
You don't say.
I'm like,
It's like this
yeah,
is
man.
new. It's like, yeah,
It's
did you
been
just
the
get out
same
get
thing
from a
for
rock? Some
3 years.
Yeah, some Patrick SpongeBob action. It's like, where were you? Yeah. I mean, EIP 1559 was I think in development since 2019 by Vitalik. So this is nothing new. And yeah, I mean, I was in the stage just kind of taking pictures for our Twitter, just some news hype and just interesting stuff. And I loved how he teased, with the roll-ups that gas fees can be as low as like 0.002 cents. So, just that's great. I mean, I would love to pay. It's already getting pretty cheap, but of course we know as network demand increases, sometimes we get abysmal prices with the gas, with the GUI. But yeah, I mean, having that faster transactions, everything, it's all good stuff. But yeah, I remember a guy in the crowd. He's like, "Wait, I think he's Satoshi," and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, man, just calm down, just calm down. He's Satoshi, not Satoshi. Just absorb the information, absorb the alpha. And like you said, he gave a great speech, concise, great slides. So it was great and, much appreciated. I think he dropped a lot of great knowledge and kept it very just bullet point, easy to digest. And, he just vanished from there. A lot of people thought he was going to waltz his way back out of the VIP lounge, but no, he pulled an Indiana Jones, to keep it in tune with the hat. He was very unsuspecting, casual. I didn't notice him. And, that's one thing, guys. Like when you see something online in person, like when I met Akil, this man's huge, man. This guy's doing some NBA center player. Like, I was like, man, dude, I felt like a dwarf, in real life, and like so,
No,
always
no,
keep your
no.
eye out. Keep your eye out.
Listen, that's the thing about this world that we're in. I think the number one thing that we're starting to do here, and for you, the audience at home, this is why I think the G Media team and the value that we bring is 100% real, is because we're we're educating you about the people behind these projects. Listen, no longer can you be a faceless, mindless, zoneless PFP profile. Guys, we're
Yeah,
moving into
I love how you said that, man. The PFPs,
yeah, we're moving
it's
it, but we're moving into the future of this industry. And this industry
mhm,
has to have faces and names. You can't
facts.
just, I mean, there was a period of time because there was, a lot of corruption, a lot of illegality, but I just had a conversation with it's going to be coming out to you. We've got a series of interviews from over 38. Listen to that. Over 38 interviews over 2 days, blockchain futures conference, and we were even talking at one point to some MPs up there in Canada who are introducing legislation about educating themselves. That's what the MP up there did. She said, I'm going to have a legislation that's going to help us educate ourselves as legislators on how we talk about crypto and how we communicate. That's the first step in anything, is admitting they have a problem about talking about these things.
Absolutely.
Then we've got the digital chamber of commerce. Those folks were there from the United States. Digital Chamber of Commerce has been working with companies, businesses, nonprofits, for-profits, elected officials, and all the way down. So we've got people that were in these rooms coming at you from these interviews, and they're talking about how do we have the conversations around cryptocurrency? How are we helping with banking regulations? And how are we helping one another have these conversations in our own communities with our elected officials, with people that we need? So I am so bullish after this weekend. And then did you see the market? The general stock market went up today. Hold on. Woo! The general stock market went up today, baby. We are going money. We're making money. And you know what? I
Oh
hate
yeah, yeah.
I hate BlackRock with all my heart. Go ahead,
Yeah, yeah. I
BlackRock.
think I know you hate BlackRock.
Buy
Yeah.
Bitcoin. Go ahead, BlackRock. Just dump your money into Bitcoin already. Just go ahead and do it. Get it out of the
Yeah.
way. I'm done. Go ahead. It's back to you, Alex.
Yeah, honestly, it's you're just spitting facts, the PFPs are cool and all. Like I appreciate them. I love the art, I love the apes, I love the flair and the emotions and like everything that it has. But all honestly, like when you have a face to a project, when you can go running and yelling and complaining to the Vitalik and the Charles Hoskinson and the CZ, it just hits a little different. And having that like in this growing industry where it's just evolving and we got this hype around Ethereum 2, with the merge. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where it takes it because it's going to be interesting to see what happens to the rest of the like altcoins and what's going to happen with market dominance. And I'm just excited with this rally. Like, are we heading towards another bullish momentum to Q4 2021? We'll have to see. I was thinking about that during my jog. I'm like, damn, like what's going to happen? Are we going to see a meme coin explosion again where Dogecoin went above like the market cap of Honda in spring of last year? So anything's possible. When the emotion gets riled up, when people get riled up, man, they're ready to just throw money left and right. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna be here to document it all for you guys, and whatever it takes, whether it's running after Indiana Jones, Buterin, and having his mom yell at us, whether it's hopping on a helicopter ride, whatever it takes, we're gonna be there, getting the laptop stuck at customs, doing 40 interviews. You guys were killing it. Like Akil's just killing it with the, shout out, much respect to that. You guys were whipping it out like pumping them out like a
Whoa,
Gatling
whoa,
gun.
whoa,
So,
whoa, whoa. I whipped out nothing. I whipped out nothing.
yeah, yeah, wrong word
Do
to
not listen. You will not cancel culture me today. No Me Too's here. I whipped
Yeah,
out
yeah.
nothing other than
Absolutely,
my
absolutely.
charm, my good looks, and an amazing voice.
100%. 100%. Yeah, so really right now it's just of course you're going to have your hacks. I mean, if I had a dollar for every hack, I'd be a billionaire by now in this crypto I'm really deep not phased by it.
Yeah.
But in terms of like what's going on, a lot of the meme coins, I'm not going to shill any of the meme coins, but you guys, I know you guys love your meme coins. A lot of them are pumping heavily right now, and I think it has to do with just like the momentum with stocks, oil, these big corporations coming in, and also just the hype around Ethereum that's kind of really dominating right now. And we'll see. Anything you want to throw in? Any
Did you
special
talk about
stuff?
the hackathon that they had there?
No, actually, I was so absorbed into founders and everything going on, but the hackathon, I heard like, they were setting up tents, they were sleeping,
This is
it
one of the
was,
most amazing things, and I've never been to a hackathon. As everybody knows, I am not a developer. I am not a coder. I am a nerd. I like comic books and crypto, and I love interviews. I love stories. I love politics. But this was my first hackathon. So witnessing what these humans, these they're not mortal, is what they were. They're not mortal at all, Alex. Like these dudes. These no, I'm sorry, these dudes. No, I'm using dudes interchangeably, gender neutral. But these humans are not human. Like they got a project, turned it around in less than 24 hours, and I mean they were building, they're scaling, they're working, they're communicating. People are taking like an hour here, 30 minutes here. Some guy was picking at his face towards the end of it. I mean, they were beat up. I mean, from the head, from the roots of their, from the heads of their toes, whatever, from the soles of their feet to the heads
bro,
of the
where
bottoms
is
of
it
their heads.
going now? It's doing some Miami zombie action. What's
It was just they were all night, all night, all night, all night, and in the morning, and again, and they weren't staying in like some luxury hotel. They were like on a soccer field, in a dome with a fan,
Yeah,
and you
and
got 300 laptops
it's it's
clicking
it's
away,
it's
clicking away.
admirable, like
They're
hustling.
insane. Congratulations to the winners.
Yeah.
But for my first hackathon, I think I'm gonna do a documentary series on it one day here for G Media, where I'm gonna follow around a hacker at a hackathon, and I'm just gonna find out like what do you do all night? Like because I mean I would pop in and I'd be like they're still up. It's like a sleepover, except there was a lot of plushies and Pokemon onesies and a couple of other things. There was a guy running around in a fox head. There was just a lot going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So
The Mister I'm not gonna dox. Remember the checker man?
I,
You see somewhere online, you'll see him somewhere on Twitter. And you know what? That's really interesting. I didn't think about that, Akil. Like when you talked about doing like a third person, almost like a third person like documentary. I think that has a lot. I think that's really entertaining. Uh, of just kind of documenting, behind the shoulder, what is this guy doing? You're watch like almost like a shadow. Where is it? What's his next step? What's his or her next step? What are they doing? How are they up all night? What are they doing? How are they doing this? What's the lifestyle like? The mindset, the stress. Because it's really really admirable. Of course, I need to get my sleep, but what they're doing and kind of emulating what would happen in the real world, and the stress involved into that is got to put respect on that. Like Birdman says, put some respect. So put some respect on my name.
put some respect on it. But other than that, I think with that being said, obviously, folks, I'm done. I'm out. I'm burnt. Look at this face. Look at it. Look at those bags.
You got some marination going on. You got
You see
a
that?
little.
But I'm getting my hair back. Shout outs to David Gokhshtein for giving me my hair follicles back. It's a family secret. Shh, don't tell
You
anybody.
cast a spell, yeah.
Well, I had to go out there and I had to get some product, but the hair was coming back. Soon I'll have long locks. But until then, Alex, as I've said probably at least 38 times over the last 3 days, I think if you're wrapping up for the evening, my name's Gil Patterson, Chief Communications Officer here at Gokhshtein Media. Have a great day and an even better tomorrow. I'm out.
Take it easy, guys. Have a great night, everyone. Alex here with G Media, and we'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern. Take care.